The StrongHer Collective is a community that is committed to fostering human connection to empower women to thrive in both their minds and bodies. Here to tell us more are the founders of the StrongHer Collective, Joy Shepard and Judy Truong. Judy, Joy, thank you so much for joining us here on Live in the Bay. I'm so excited to talk about the StrongHer Collective and everything that you guys are doing. So let's start it off, Joy. What is the StrongHer Collective?
Well, first off, thank you so much, Jessica, and to Live in the Bay, KRON 4 for having us. We are so excited and honored to have this opportunity. So what started the StrongHer Collective really stems from my profession of being a nurse practitioner. And what makes my work really meaningful and profound are the exchange of human stories in the room. And what I really come to realize as women, and to all the viewers out there that are women, you can probably relate, we carry the weight of the world on our shoulders. And to be able to hear in the room the struggles that women go through, that really range from anything of menopause, losing weight and keeping it off, all the way to taking care of family that's aging and death, really to me makes us human and heroic. And what I've come to realize is that when women are given the opportunity to drop the facade and just be their authentic selves, it opens the door to broader perspective and collective wisdom. And so what I wanted to do was to bring this palpable energy into a dynamic community and offering it to everyone in the San Francisco Bay Area.
And the StrongHer Collective was born from there.
Absolutely.
So you teamed up with Judy, and I want to hear a little bit about your background and how you two connected to form this.
Yes, Joy and I have been friends for a long time, and with her medical background and me being in the fitness industry for over 23 years, what a great match. You know, medical and health and fitness encompass everything about a woman that we go through, right? Emotionally, physically, and everything else.
Yeah, I love that you guys are it's all encompassing. It's body, mind, spirit. And so what exactly is the StrongHer Collective? You guys came together, and what is the space that you wanted to create? What did you want to offer to the community?
Absolutely. The two main things are education and empowerment. And the reason for education is I believe that as women, we are wired differently, especially with our hormones. And women not having access to healthcare providers that are really well-versed in women's wellness and well-being. So I believe that when women get the tools in a supportive environment, they really thrive. And the second part is empowerment, which are really the human stories. But my background is a family nurse practitioner. I'm the daughter of a Buddhist monk. My dad's been a Buddhist monk for 20 years and a pro athlete. So I've been privileged to coalesce my passion and curiosity for mindset, health, and really community. And when I say community, it's playing a role in impact and making the world better. And I feel that's my calling, and for Judy as well.
Right.
And you know, if I'm privileged to live, let's just say 90 to 100 years old, and if I can ask myself, Joy, you know, what did you really do with your time on Earth that is meaningful? I would live with no regrets if I made an impact. And so really that is the underlining pinning of the StrongHer Collective, is being of service.
Yeah, and of service, you guys have events, and we're going to talk about a special breast cancer event that you have coming up. But before we talk about that one, what are some of the other events that you guys have had in the past, and what did you see everyone take away from them?
Well, the latest one we really enjoyed was the health and hormones. Especially being a woman right now, we don't talk about the word menopause, right? We're trying to normalize it, bring it to get more education, and have doctors come on board and give us some information and tools to take away. We had ladies didn't even know that you can ask a doctor for some panels, for blood panels, and get information on that. So simple like that, tools to take away.
Yeah, I really love that you guys are all about education at these events, because like you said, it's simple concepts most of the time that people don't understand or they don't grasp, and these little things could really make a difference in everyone's life.
Right.
Absolutely, Jessica, and I really loved what you said was basics.
Right.
You know, we live in a world now, 2023, and it's great. We have social media, we have Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and yet being able to find the tools that really work is really confusing. For women, I mean, there's still this misconception of like, if I lift weights, I'll get bulky. It's still there, and it's absolutely far from the truth. And like Judy said, you know, at the health and hormones event, women were raising their hands and they were engaged. They felt safe to be able to ask really intimate questions that usually they don't have the opportunity to have. And women gave us feedback saying, we want to get a DEXA scan. We want to know our bone density. We are now equipped with tools, so when we do see our primary care provider, we are in the driver's seat of making our own choices, and that to us is truly empowerment.
Right.
Yeah, I totally agree. I love that. I love the work that you guys are doing.
Thank you.
Yes. Well, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and you guys have a big event and a really special honoree that's going to be at this. So tell me a little bit about that event.
Yes, our event is this Sunday, October 22nd, as Cancer Awareness Month, with a doctor coming in, oncologist, speaking about cancer, and also bringing awareness of breast imaging, right? Of bringing women to come, taking care of your health. We also have a stage 4 patient cancer, Shauna, will be sharing her story to us, talking about what it means to be a cancer patient and talking about normalizing the conversation about life and death.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's so special. I saw that you got to sit down and interview her. So how did this come about to have her be a part of this event? And what is it that she's going to share and that people will be able to take away from her?
Absolutely. And thank you for asking that question. With Shauna, she's my patient for 16 years. And it's really a privilege to be able to know her. And to me, she really is what I would call the strong her. She's a human being. She's a wife, a mother to an 18-year-old daughter. And she's extremely courageous because she's willing to share her personal story. And really the impetus of this event, besides the education portion, is to normalize these conversations about life and death. These are things that we all go through. And truly, what is the meaning of life? We work so hard, we work out, we try to get in shape, but why? And so we hope that having this authentic conversation and broadening the perspectives and getting everyone involved in this type of conversation will really add value to our lives.
Yeah, what an empowering woman. I mean, to say the least. I respect her so much, and please just send her all of our love from everyone here at Live in the Bay. I love that she's able to attend your event and she's going to be able to share her story. And I know that so many people are going to take so much away from hearing her. So, you know, just kudos to her and kudos to what you guys are doing as well.
Thank you.
Now, for anyone that wants to get involved, how can they join in these events and how can they participate with the StrongHer Collective?
They can start off checking out our website. We have a monthly newsletter that has our updated events that comes on board, and we also have educational pieces that people can learn from. You can also check out our Facebook page, that we have a private community if you want to keep the conversation going, and also IG, Instagram.
Perfect. Yes. Okay. Well, before I let you guys go, I want to kind of maybe offer a piece of advice, something that you would have for anyone that's maybe thinking this sounds great, you know, and how can they get involved, and just maybe a piece of advice that you would have for women out there who are feeling some kind of way about all the different things that they encompass in their life.
Yes, absolutely. Well, for all the listeners out there, and if you're a woman, I want you to know that we run the world. We truly do as women. Right. We just don't really talk about it.
Right.
And I want you to know that you're absolutely not alone with the struggles that you go through. And if you are a woman that is curious, you are interested in women empowerment and supporting other people, and you like education, then we would absolutely welcome you to come to our community.
And what about you?
And be a part of the StrongHer, not just physically, mentally, emotionally, and together as one.
Well, I love that. Thank you guys both so much for joining us. And one more time, the details on the event this weekend for anyone to come.
Yes, so for the details, it's this Sunday, October 22nd, and you can go onto our website. Like Judy mentioned, we have a monthly newsletter, which is 3 parts. It talks about community happenings. The second part are about events, and the third part is a medical write-up with a trusted professional.
Joy, Judy, thank you so much for the work that you're doing and for joining us here on Live in the Bay. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.